Hello everyone, welcome to Maths with Mr. JN. Today I'm going to show you how to solve quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is of the form a squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Because if a becomes 0, it's no more quadratic equation. It becomes linear equation, and a, b, and c are real numbers. Now, we have different methods of solving quadratic equation. We have one, factorization method. We have two, quadratic formula. We have three, completing the square. And four, graphical method. Now, we are going to take one example. Then we use different formulas to solve this example and see if we will have the same answer. Let's dive in. For example, x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 using factorization method. Now we say solution. We have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. In this case, what we do, we look for two numbers. We can use brackets times brackets equal to, we multiply x squared times 6, which gives us 6x squared. Then we look for another two numbers. When we add these two numbers, it will give us the coefficient of x, which is 5x. And what are these two numbers? We have 3x times 2x will give us 6x squared. And we have 3x plus 2x will give us 5x. Now, what we do, we use 3x plus 2x to replace 5x. Now, let's put it. We have x squared plus, instead of 5x, we replace it with 3x plus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. Then next step, we have to group this expression into two brackets. We have x squared plus 3x, the same thing, we just group it, plus 2x plus 6, we put it in bracket, equal to 0. Next step, we look for what is common. S is common, we bring it out, remaining 1x plus 3. When you want to times it back, s times s will give you s squared, s times 3 will give you 3x, plus what is common in this bracket? We discover that 2 is common. We bring out 2 and left with x plus 3 equal to 0. We look at this expression and discover that the brackets are equal. So we have to pick one bracket and we pick what is outside the bracket. So what is outside the bracket is x plus 2. Bracket, we pick one of the bracket since they are equal, which is x plus 3 equals to 0. What will make this expression to be 0? Either one of the bracket. If we turn one of the bracket to 0, everything will change to 0. That is either x plus 2 equals to 0 or s plus 3 equals to 0. Now, we collect the like terms, x equal to 0 minus 2 or x equal to 0 minus 3. Therefore, x is equal to minus 2 or minus 3. Therefore, x is minus 2, minus 3 as the answer. Now, to check if our answer is correct, put x equals to minus 2 to the original equation. We write check. We write the original equation, which is x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Let's put x equal to minus 2 first and see if our answer will be 0. Minus 2 in place of x all squared plus 5 bracket minus 2 plus 6, is it equal to 0? Minus 2 squared gives us 4. 5 times minus 2 gives us minus 10 plus 6. Is it equal to 0? Let's see. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. So our answer is correct when s is equal to minus 2. Then we test when s is equal to minus 3. We put it to the original equation, which is here. We have minus 3 all squared plus 5 into minus 3 plus 6. Is it equal to 0? Let's check. Minus 3 squared will give us 9. Plus 5 times minus 3 will give us minus 15 plus 6. Is it equal to 0? 9 plus 6 gives us 15. 15 minus 15, which is 0, is equal to 0. So it's true. Our answer is correct when s is minus 2 and when s is minus 3 using quadratic equation formula. Solve s squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 using quadratic formula. Quadratic formula is x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And we compare a s squared plus bs plus c equal to 0, which is form of quadratic equation, and the equation given to us, which is s squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0, where a is equals to invisible 1 here, which is 1, b equals to 5, and c is equal to 6. So what we are going to do, we are going to substitute this value into the formula. That is to say, x is equal to b is 5, which is minus 5, plus or minus square root of 5 squared minus 4, a is 1, and c is 6, all over 2a, a is 1. When we continue, we have x equal to minus 5 plus or minus square of 5 is 25 minus 4 times 1 times 6 gives us 24 all over 2 times 1 gives us 2. S is equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 24 gives us 1 all over 2. S equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 1 is 1 all over 2. S is equal to minus 5 plus 1 all over 2, or minus 5 minus 1 all over 2. And when we do that, minus 5 plus 1 will give us minus 4 all over 2, or minus 5 minus 1 will give us minus 6 all over 2. 2 we cancel 4, left with minus 2, or 2 we cancel minus 6 gives us minus 3. Therefore, x is equal to minus 2 or comma minus 3 as the answer. Quadratic equation using completing the square method. Example, if we have s squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Now, using completing the square method, what we do, we say solution. S squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. We have to move the constants, which is plus 6, to the right hand side. If we move constant, we have s squared plus 5x equal to minus 6, because plus 6 crosses sign of equality, it changes to minus. Now we have to apply the formula, which means completing the square. When you want to apply completing the square, is half of coefficient of s squared. This, and add it to both sides. Half of coefficient of x is 1 over 2, which means half. Coefficient of s is 5 times 5 all squared. And when we expand this, we are going to have 5 over 2 all squared. Add 5 over 2 raised to the power of 2 to both sides. Then we have s squared plus 5x plus 5 over 2 all squared, which make it completing the squared, equal to 5 over 2 all squared minus 6. Now we look at this expression. We discover that we have s squared here and we have 5 over 2 all squared. Then we pick 1x and plus 5 over 2 all squared equal to 5 squared will give us 25 all over 2 squared will give us 4 minus 6. Then if we continue, we have s plus 5 over 2 all squared equal to, we look for the LCM of this side, which is 4, 25 minus 4 times 6 gives us 24. Then this is the same thing as s plus 5 over 2 all squared equal to 25 minus 24 gives us 1 over 4. Where both sides, we have square root of x plus 5 over 2 all squared equals to plus or minus square root of 1 over 4. And when we do that, square cancel square roots gives us x plus 5 over 2 equal to plus or minus. Now we collect the like terms. If we collect like terms, we have x equal to minus 5 all over 2 plus or minus 1 all over 2. X equal to minus 5 over 2 plus 1 over 2, or we take the minus sign, minus 5 over 2 minus 1 over 2. When the denominators are the same, we just add the numerator, which is equal to minus 5 plus 1 gives us minus 4 all over 2, or we put down 2, minus 5 minus 1 gives us minus 6 all over 2. Now x is equal to minus 4 divided by 2 gives us minus 2, or minus 3 when 2 divided by minus 6. Therefore, x is equals to minus 2, comma, minus 3, which is the same answer with the one we got. Quadratic equation using graphical method. We have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 using graphical method. Then we say solution. We have to write x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Writing this equation as a function, it will change to y equals to x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now we have to write table of value. We take table of value and we take range of, let's choose range of minus 5 less than equal to x less than equal to 0 as our range. Now we have to draw table of value. The table of value, we have x and y. Y is the equation, which is x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now we draw the table of value. Now we have drawn the table of value, which is x in range of minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, and 0. Now we want to find the value of y. When x is minus 5 equals to minus 5, what will be y? Y equal to, we substitute minus 5 in place of x in this question, which is minus 5 all squared plus 5 minus 5 plus 6. And when we do this, we have y equal to minus 5 squared will give us 25. Minus 5 times 5 gives us minus 25 plus 6. Our answer is plus 25 minus 25. Cancel out, left with 6 as the answer. We come back and write it here. Then when s is equal to minus 4, we have y is equals to minus 4 all squared plus 5 times minus 4 plus 6. This will give us y equals to minus 4 squared gives us 16. 5 times minus 4 gives us minus 20 plus 6. Then when we add up this, our answer will be 2. 16 minus 20 gives us minus 4 plus 6 gives us 2. We come back and write it here. Then we take when s is equals to minus 3, we have y is equals to minus 3 all squared plus 5 times minus 3 plus 6. This will give us minus 3 squared gives us 9. 5 times minus 3 gives us minus 15 plus 6. When we add up this, we have 0. We come back and put 0. Then we continue when s is equals to minus 2, y is equals to minus 2 all squared plus 5 into minus 2 plus 6. This will give us minus 2 squared gives us 4. 5 times minus 2 gives us minus 10 plus 6. And the final answer will give us 4 minus 10 gives us minus 6. Minus 6 plus 6 gives us 0, which is 0. Then we take x equal to minus 1. When we do that, we have y equals to minus 1 all squared minus plus 5 times minus 1 plus 6. And this will give us minus 1 squared gives us 1. 5 times minus 1 gives us minus 5 plus 6. And when we add this, 1 minus 5 plus 6 gives us 2. We write 2 down. Then we continue when x is equal to 0. When s is equal to 0, we have y is equals to 0 all squared, which gives us 0, plus 5 times 0, which gives us 0, plus 6, which gives us 6. As the answer, we put 6. Without wasting much time, from the table of value of y are 0, then what is the value of x? The value of s there is x equal to minus 3, minus 2. That is the solution of this equation. And it's telling us that at this point, the curve crosses the x-axis at point minus 2 and minus 3 when y is equal to 0. Now let's plot the graph. Now let's use this table of value to plot this graph. We call this y-axis, and we call this x-axis. Now this is the midpoint, which is 0. Every 2 balls, we take it to be 1 unit. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 1, minus 1. We have minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, and so on. We have here 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to plot minus 5 against 6. We have minus 5 against 6, that is this point. Then we have minus 4 against 2 is this point. Then we have minus 3 against 0, that is where it touches y-axis. Minus 2 touches 0 at x-axis. Then we continue. We have minus 1 at point 2 and 0 at point 6. Then the graph will be, or the curve will be this. Don't mind my hand. This is the curve. I call this curve to be y equals to x squared plus 5x plus 6. The answer to this question is that the curve cuts x-axis at x equal to -2, -3 as the solution. If this helped, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.